Hey all, Steve from GuitarNiche here. I have a rather specific job I'm going to illustrate here, and the thing is, I'm going to show you why I leave little divots or remnants of divots in frets after I've done the initial planing, during a fret dress. After a while you get a sense of, how bad is it? And I can tell you, a lot of people will cry over like really minor deviations in frets, fret wear and stuff. And I tell you this, they always look way worse than what they really are. Mind you, I've seen frets, on some vintage guitars that are literally chewed. They're gone, they're done. They're like, it's just, wear and tear like rubber on your tires. You drive it, you play it, it wears, right? Anyway, I'll get to the point. This is the 15th fret, sorry, the 14th fret, actually, on this beautiful Yamaha SBG-3000 vintage 80's instrument that's in for some work. And I'm going to show you why I leave certain divots. Okay? Now you can see it there, and watch what happens. I'm going to use my series of fret files, or not fret, but crowning files, and this one here is the right size for this job. This one cuts pretty coarse. You accumulate a certain amount of tools over time and whatnot. You get a sense of what tools are doing certain jobs better than others. This one here is essentially the same file, but it's older and it's worn, and it has a slightly different convex curve in it, and it tends to burnish a little bit more than it cuts. So between the two of them, I get a good mix, and of course I'll go back polish and all that. Right, but anyway, get to the point. So we have this little teeny divot here, which you can just see. And I'm sorry if I'm blabbing on here, but I want to make another point. I don't use like a marker on top of the frets because, and I did for years, but then I found that, I can get the same result just by using light. I put the lights in a certain way, and I can see, how much I've hit and how much is left. It's just, it saves work and stuff like that. And if accidentally you're going across the fret and you hit the wood, well, now you got to clean up and blah blah blah. Anyway, it's all good. So here's this little divot right there, right at the edge of my finger, right there. Okay, I'm gonna take my file. I'm gonna try to do this very carefully because the camera is literally in the way, and so I'm just, and going like so, tipping, right? And I'll give this a few shots, very lightly. There were some wear points on this particular guitar in the frets that were, pretty significant, and they had to be dressed out down to, satisfactory level. And when doing a level, it's, good practice. If the guitar has been played quite a bit with by a player, especially, you'll find that there are wear marks around most of the frets, which is great, because then you can, you're going to dress the whole neck. Okay, so I'm kind of done that. You can already see that divot is basically down to nothing. Just cleaning the file there, onto the other file. Hopefully I don't bump the camera while I'm doing this. And I'm ignoring the divot, literally ignoring the divot. I'm concentrating on removing the material on both sides of the scratch lines, because when you when we level this way with whatever beam or files or whatever you're using, you have scratch lines or you know, scratches that go along the neck, and when we're crowning, we're literally going at 90 degrees. So, you know, it's not rocket science to see when you're gone, you know. You just got to get I got my work lights situated just so, 2 lamps, 100-watt incandescent bulbs, because it's just the way I work. Anyway, I'm almost done with this. I see just a little bit more here and there. And by the time I am done with this, that divot is basically gone. I can see just a teeny little hair of it, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about the divot. I'm worried about cleaning up the sanding lines. You know, the next one, you can see them, hopefully you can see them. But anyway, let me clean that up a little bit. Okay, a little horsehair brush. Awesome. Made in Canada. It rocks. And then this bristle brush, which is my absolute magic tool. Any score lines and stuff, sometimes you get score lines from, you know, hitting the wood and stuff like that. But this is ebony and it cleans up just gorgeous, you know, like it's very forgiving. It's so oily. I mean, you can, you know, not that you want to make a mess of anything or do any unintentional damage, but ebony's really good to work with. That divot, I have to look for it to see it. It's basically gone, you know? So there you have it. Now, in order to work with that efficiently, you have to have a good sense of judgment to know when to leave it. And the whole point of this exercise is conservatism, or conservation, I should say, because we want to extend the life of the frets as long as possible. Pulling them out is destructive. Replacing them, of course, is restorative. But you're damaging the slot in the wood. Either way you slice it, it's not fresh. You're going to have tear out. You're going to have degradation. Let the frets go for as long as you possibly can, and this is one trick that gets the job done. Anyway, hope you got something out of that. Okay, if you're doing fret dresses and experimenting or doing your own thing, don't go down to the wood. Be conservative and then crown. If it doesn't work out, then you can level it again and get down to where you need to be. You know, get down step by step. Anyway, thanks for coming out. Have a great day, and like and subscribe. Check out the resources in the notes and stuff like that. Lots of great stuff to take advantage of, and carry on. Play loud, play fun, all that good stuff. Cheers.